Good morning, everyone. It's Rachel here, and there doesn't seem to be any noise. I've been out to the post office, and I came back and it's quiet. So I'm going to attempt to do the video. If they start drilling, I can't hear anyone next door. But anyway, if they start, maybe they're waiting for something. If they start drilling, we'll just turn the video off and do it later. So first of all, what I wanted to do, I'll just move this out of the way. I wanted to show you my spine piece. Now, do I need to zoom? Oh, if I zoom in, you won't be able to see everything, but let's zoom in a little bit. Okay. So this is I worked on this in those days that I was hiding in Sydney, and I've done very messy style of embroidery on that very dull piece, but you can see little bits of the fabric peekabooing through. And I've just got to finish this bit here, and then it's ready to go. So let's just grab my book and see how it's going to look. Yeah, look at that spine. That spine is not going to hold up at all, and this is going to be kind of hard to hold there. This is going to go here. Let's turn it around sideways. There, like this. I think it's going to be lovely. And then that will go around the back. So that will be on the front. That will be on the spine. And then that will be at the back. Oh, I just love it. I'm really pleased with how it's turning out. So, yeah, thrilled with that. I might share a few photographs on Instagram over the next couple of days. Then I wanted to show you quickly before I get cracking with my block page, same thing. I just want to talk to you about all of those threads. So what I've done is I've divided them. I've got more boxes coming. I probably don't need them all. But that way, because lots of these, for example, these stranded threads, there are a lot of them that are running out. And when you buy a new one and you wind it on, obviously they become like that one over there, sort of more chunky. So I may want to have a box for my browns and reds and beiges and just have a full blue one sort of thing. So it gives me scope. At the moment I've got 2 stranded threads, and what I did also was include the specialty hand dyed ones as well. So any specialty ones, I put those in there as well, because all the stranded threads I want to keep together. And the next thing I did, and this is inspired also by my sister, hers are much needed. I mean, the level of neatness in my sister's thread boxes is incredible. Like, there is not any of this happening. These little bits poking up. None of that happens in her boxes. I don't know how she does it. Mine just have bits poking out everywhere. But I now have, this one's broken. I still keep it. Still, I mean, well, it's not broken. I probably could get it to go back on. But anyway, I can do that after. Oh, there we go. Yep, I've divided my wools. I've got my wools, just a minute. They're all in a mess. I've got wools, I've got the browns and the reds and the yellows. I've got one just for blue and a bit of grey. And I haven't finished winding. I've still got a few more to wind on. So I may need to expand further, because wools are bulky. I've got green. See, these ones probably should move over into here. These ones, and then I've got my green here. Level of mess is obvious. And then I've got pinks and purples, but again, when I finish winding everything on, I may need to take these out. They may have to go into their own box. And I've also put the specialty ones in there as well, so they're not just Appleton, but they're also specialty, and there's also tapestry wool. So all types of woolly sort of things are in these ones. Just move those out of the way. Oh, here I've got, for the moment, these are just the cottons. So these are the thicker cotton ones, and I've got this chenille here and a couple of these specialty ones, which may move into a different box, these ones. But I just put them there for now while I wait for the new boxes. Then I have my perle cottons, and they're all thicknesses, and they are in colours again. So I've just, and specialty ones in there as well. So, and I've got 3 of those now. I used to only have 1, but now I've got 3. Because I put all my Steph Francis in there as well. So the variegated ones. So I just put those. They were hard to sort of say Well, that's a bit more yellow, but these ones were hard to sort of say what colour the way they were. So I sort of just put them in this one that didn't have too many in there. And then we've got the blues, and we're getting closer and closer, so you won't be able to see everything because as my tower grows. So I've got green and blue in there. That could change, but I've got some extra boxes coming, as I said. So I'll be able to, I'll have scope to, you know, these I took to Australia, so I've still got to put all of those away. So, yep, I'll have scope for expansion. And then what I thought, I've got a not a dynamo, you know, the label maker. So I thought I'll probably have to come back and get them for my stitching. I thought I could label them. And I'll probably keep them on my bookshelves in when I go back to my original room, my regular room. Okay, so let's get on with the, I'll put them on the bookshelves, I think, and so I'll put the labels on the front. Right, oh, excuse me. Choking. Right, so I've got a few threads out here. I just want to tell you, I did this like at 4:30 this morning because, of course, I've been up. Can't sleep yet. And I hadn't progressed at all since Australia. So I've got these little flowers now. We'll do this together. What I'm going to do here is I'm filling in between with green. So I've started off with a lighter green. I'm going into a mid-tone green, and then I'm going to go a little bit dark. I'm going to, well, not too dark, but I'm going to use that one. And then I might slip in a bit of darker. I finished off these. It's quite hard to see. I probably should have been more bold. I've done a few silk ribbon French knots there and purples, and I need to fill that in a bit more there. And I'll show you how I did these flowers. I'm going to do some more of those. And I'm thinking here I might have a bit of a tree up here. And then I need to have something happening here. And I might even just put a little path down there. And then the other thing I might mention was my sister said to me, you broke the rules. And I said, what rules did I break? Because I did this obviously in the mad fluster before I went to Australia. And she said, you didn't do the quilt background. And she's quite right. I totally had my brain went blank. And I didn't do a quilt background. So I do have some, natural wadding. I'm trying to find, I bought it for 50 cents. I showed you my haul video at the sewing basket. And I'm going to put that behind, I think. And I'm going to quilt it. And I think I'll quilt along these lines here. And I will quilt the whole thing so that way I haven't broken the rules. Okay, so I think I should zoom in. Now this is risky. Mate, I won't zoom in, just a minute. I don't want to make you sick. I'm going to zoom right out. Not that far out. Normal. And I'm going to actually bring the arm down, I think. Because I need to see. Excuse me. This is going to be interesting. Hey, don't get seasick. Just look away. So that way I can see. Is that going to be close enough? I can see in my phone. How about that? What's happening? Okay. Because otherwise I'll go off screen and I won't know. Right. So let's do. I'll do some of the green. No. I'll do that after. Let's do some of these flowers here. I will do a couple over here as well. So all I'm doing is going like this, going to sort of through to the other side, leaving a tail. And I'm doing not quite that long, doing a loop, coming back over to the other side. So I'm creating a little center there. And I'll just do my loop. This is like totally make it up as you go, sort of stitch. I don't even think it's a real stitch, but anyway. Come back over here. You do it a few times until you're satisfied with your shape. Just pull the tail a bit and probably get this one done out of this. I need to come back over here. And come back over there. Okay, now you could leave it loopy if you wanted to, but I'm not going to. So then what I did was I cut these, and you could leave them that long, but I didn't want to because I didn't feel like it was proportional to what I was doing. So I'm going to cut those. Excuse me. And then, why is that not sitting properly? I've twisted. I'm just going to trim them. So what I did before with the other ones, I just lifted them up like that. I might trim them onto a piece of paper. Multiple pieces of paper, as it would seem. And just give them a snip. Okay. I put the paper there so that way, obviously, I didn't have to clean up the mess. And then, actually, I think they're too long still. I used this, and I did. It's 6 strands. It's a DMC 352. And I'm going to do, let me just move over here a little bit more so it's all the stitching on screen. And I'm just going to do 2 wraps and do a French knot in the center. And I do recommend, if you have enough needles, just having them there threaded, ready to go. There we go. I love that. So then I thought I'd also do some of these in a slightly different yellow, because they're not always all the same color, are they? Exactly. Just not that. Stick it in my mat. I'm going to grab this one. This is, I think this is a gum nut one. So these are like a lot more expensive than what you can buy at the sewing basket. But sometimes at the sewing basket you can get them. People have just left them there. You know, they're not sewing anymore, so they just drop it all off. I see this has got a tear in it, so I'll have to stitch that down. I haven't decided what else I'm going to do yet on my block. Honestly, I worked so hard on my spine piece that I didn't actually even pick this one up. And then I thought I was going to, but then I was so busy doing other stuff at the end of my trip that I didn't get to work on it. So how is everyone today? I hope you're well. I'm so excited that there's no drilling. It means I don't have to wait till midday to do my video. And I'll be able to upload it in a timely fashion. It was actually causing me anxiety that I wasn't going to be able to upload it. Now, let's have a look. Where would we like another flower? We'll definitely do one here. Don't want it to be too far away from the other one. I think wool is a good option for doing this type of thing. Although you could have, multiple strands. Oh, I wonder what it would be like with, 6 strands of floss. That could be good as well. I might try that on the other side. Now this one seems to have twisted. Oh, I know what I've done wrong here. Let's just start again. I didn't go. I need to go back next to where I came up. What I'm doing here, this little bit in the center, that's the center of it. So you don't want it to be too big. Now leave them a little bit longer than what you think you might like. So that way you can do a little bit of snippy at the end. I seem to have done it again. I've done it again, guys. I'm just being a ding-dong. Let's blame it on lack of sleep. Oh, my word. Can I get it right? I meant to go here. That's what I meant to do, and then go over there. That's it. Next to where you came up. And then we go here. And come up next to where he came up. And then we'll go over here. Sort of just work yourself around, your way around a circle. over here. Don't pull them too short. We need to have options. Come over here. Oops, I pulled it. I think I lost one, I pulled it. Once you start to get multiple stitches in there, I don't think they're going to go anywhere. And then when you put your knot as well, I think they just stay. They stay put. Oops, don't unthread. We don't want that to happen. I think that's going to be enough. I'm not even counting whether they're even or odd. Okay, let's get our paper here. It's just, you know, for ease of not having to, I just could even just snip across like that. That'll work. If I were to feel like I needed to put another one in, I could just come back afterwards and put another stitch in there. There we go. That one's a bit funny, isn't it? It started off poorly and finished poorly, but when you get your centre in there, it won't matter. Let's do another one here. Now I'm doing it again. Go over there. And I'm going to put some greenery. I haven't decided what yet. Now you don't have to do the loopy. You could snip it off. You know, just put your thread through and then snip and then go back. But I didn't want to do all the snipping. I thought this might be better without having to do all the snipping. You can have as many or as little as you like. I mean loops. I just wanted them to be a little bit like, sort of like daisies really. And just hold the rest back and then just give them a little haircut. Okay, I haven't decided what colour. I might change my colour for the centre. I think I should do, I can always come back and do more. Where will if I put one up there or over there? I sort of didn't want them really all in a line. I think I might wait till I do that one. Okay, so what's next? I have to do those centres, but we'll do that after. I'll leave that one threaded. I don't know if I need this one yet. I might do more with that. I'll put that aside, And, right, I was doing also ribbon French knots, but I think I need to do my green first, otherwise I can't. Now this is a silky sort of stranded thread that's been hand dyed. I can't remember where I bought it from, someone on Etsy, I think. It's a bit of a nightmare actually. Look at it, just gets all tangled. It's actually a bit of a nightmare. I think I'll use all these strands because it's quite thin. And you'll just see how random my little leafy things are going to be. So really I haven't progressed very far, have I? I think next week I'll do work on that side. I think I'll just focus on this side for the moment because my ideas are not clear yet. So I'm wanting to fill in between these flowers because they're not that visible. because I did them quite pale and there's quite a lot going on. So all I'm doing is just doing these random stitches next to each other, going in all directions, in between the petals and in between the flowers. I felt like it just make them stand out just that little bit more. Oh dear. Tangled. Hello. Okay. It's a very nice thread to stitch with, but it's annoying to store because I get bits everywhere. So a little gap there. Come in here in between these flowers. Just make sure you don't stitch them down because they're meant to be raised. Such fun. Might even come down into here, not there. Oh my goodness, and guys, you've done some amazing cottages. I think this theme was a popular one because the level, the quality of the work is incredible. Almost makes me feel embarrassed to show mine. Well, it hasn't gone anywhere, but honestly, I don't think it's going to be as good as some of the ones that we've seen. Just incredible, ladies. Just, oh, there might be some gents. Don't know. But yeah, amazing work. Love it. I think it's been one of my favourite ones. You know, what I've seen of people's work, it's been one of my faves. Mum was saying that as well, that she said there are some amazing houses out there. See, I've been going that way. Now I'm going to change and switch it up and go up over there. Just doing whatever to fill it in. So it's meant to be a bit like a bush, you know, like a flowering bush is what it is. Oh, the silence is amazing. And I've only had to put up with that noise for one day. Lulu said it's been horrific while I was away. We were just saying yesterday that we felt bad. We don't feel bad for the people upstairs, you know, the ones that cover our windows with sheets and throw water down, dirty water. I don't know why they can't put it down the sink, but anyway. Oh, I love that. But we do feel bad for our nice neighbours that they've had, you know, they had to listen to all of that terrible noise that they would have been creating in our place because they did demolish everything. So, you know, I feel like it's our karma that we have to sit here and listen to the neighbours. Oh, I feel so happy that I've been to the post office. I made everybody wait for half an hour. But I did go outside and tell them I'm going to be half an hour. So if you don't want to wait, there's lots of post offices about town. You can head off to a different one. Some leaves coming out a bit further out here. So therapeutic just sitting here stitching. I wish I could do it more. In fact, I just loved it when I was in Australia because while I was in hiding, I did go over to the Cruel Goblin and stitch one day, but the rest of the time it was pouring with rain, and Mum and I just sat and we stitched, and it was just the best. It never happens. Like, you know, when I go with Steffi and Lulu, I mean, that would be unheard of that I could just sit and stitch because Steph wants to go down to the beach and Lulu would get bored. Although sometimes she has, when she was smaller, picked up a needle and done a bit of stitching herself. No, she likes that. She likes it when we're by ourselves and Steph's not there. You know, she likes you know, sitting at mum's and then us all stitching together. Lou does enjoy that, although she hasn't done that for a while because we haven't been for a while. So I don't know, as an older person, how she might feel about it. But we're going at Christmas. I think I mentioned I've already booked my tickets because I saw that the cheaper prices were already booked out. So we were debating whether the prices would go up or down. But, you know, my ticket cost a lot now, booking it at the last minute. So we sort of felt like we don't want to risk it. So we've booked. Yeah, that's it. That's the look. I think I might need to bring some of this colour over to the other side. And Sarah, I haven't told you, yes, we have booked, and we're going to be there for Jamie's birthday. We're leaving the day after. And I have not been there for my nephew's birthday forever, and he's Lulu's age. He's a couple of months younger than her, 3 months younger. And they will both be 17. That is just so freaky. I need to bring some of it over here, I think. Okay. Oh, I haven't threaded it properly. See what I mean? It's just, it's such a fine thread. Anyway, I'll leave it out so I remember which one it is, and I can see if I want to add more of it somewhere else. I filled that one in pretty well, but I think I'll just add a bit of this colour in there. Little gap in there, we'll put a little one in there. Okay. So that's how I filled that in. I really like that. Now, I want to get some more purples. I'm going to do some more. I'll do a few of these. I don't know if I'll be able to get one done with this, but anyway, we'll try. I'll do a few more dark purple ones. I need to wrap it once. Don't pull it too tight. I did want to get a little bit more, oh, it came undone. A little bit more ribbon embroidery in here because I haven't done that yet. I don't think I've used any beads yet either, have I? Oh well. Just cut it at an angle. Do one more and then I'll have to get another length, but I'm going to grab some other purples. Okay. Oh, you know what else we could do? We could do this flower with a thin silk. That could be good. And you could keep these length of silk and use those for it. That could be good. Now, let me grab another purple. What purple do I want? I've got a woolen purple. Put that over there. I've got a woolen purple here. I don't know what type of thread that is. My mum gave that to me. Purples. Oh, I've got cotton purple. That'd give a nice knot. And it's similar to those colours. Could have them. Now that's all very similar. I think I want a bit more of a contrast, so I won't use that. See, then what you could do, if you had one box for each type of colour, then you could have all the boxes stacked with each other, and then you would find them without having to go through all of them and to find, you know, to search for them. I could use something like that to give me a variation, but I'm thinking I might like to go with something like that one. Then maybe something a bit lighter. This variegated one, that's just a DMC one, I think. Well, that would be nice. I wonder, just a little bit of that one because it's very dark. Probably need a mid-tone. No, not that one. Is that too similar to that? That might work. Maybe I don't want to go too dark though, because I've got my dark. Let's see. That and that. See, that's the same as that. So no, I don't want that one. I'll have that one. Okay. So I'll keep that box out so I can put them away. And you could thread all of these up. I'm going to have them, I think I'm just going to use the 6 strands. So let's see about threading a few up. I'm going to fall off my chair if I'm not careful. I won't do too much more because I don't want to keep you here all day. And then next week we'll do some more. I don't know what needle I've pulled out here. I just pulled out a random one. See if I can thread it. Should be able to. Oh, the silence, it's incredible. Got a knot there, and then we'll do this one. Yep, all 6 strands I'm using. I need to build up my garden a little bit over there. We'll do something else. I'll just have to study. Maybe get a bit of pink in there as well. And I think I'd like a, you know, some sort of brighter blue, because I used a variegated one there, so it went into darker shades. So I'll do a brighter blue. So I'm going to have this come down here, I think, and I might have a little path there. That's that one. Let's thread them all up first. This one. And I will pop a bit of greenery in there as well. So I won't do my knots too dense. A little bit dense, but not completely, if you know what I mean. That one, and then this one, I'm using this one double. It's a very thin one. It's one of those ones that my mum gave me that she might have regretted giving them to me. And it's very thin, so I'm just going to double it over. We could have taken a bit longer length, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I've already got some knots there. Okay, put those over there. Let's do a bit of this one. A bit more. I haven't even put it on there yet. So just doing, I think just one wrap because I've got 6 strands. Or should I do 2 wraps? Let's see. No, one wrap is enough. Or I could mix it up. Let me just put that one. This is the nice thing about the mat is I just stick my pins in there, my needle. So I'm going to do 2 wraps. And they just sit there ready to go. I'm just sort of mixing it up really with how many wraps I'm doing. I probably need to do 2 so that it can compete with the ribbon. Takes a while to get to the next colour. It's in focus. Let me just tap it. Yeah. I'm just going to bring you over here a little bit because I tend to hold it towards me. That's better. So that way I'm sort of staying more on screen. Now I'm into the blue. So you get a nice I mean, I do have a few other colours here, but you do get a nice variation in colours when you use a variegated thread. It just, you know, happens a bit more organically. I'm going to jump up here and put one in because I haven't put any up there. And using all the different types of threads really just gives you different textures, doesn't it? Let's go to this one. So it might take a little while to sort of build it up a little bit. I won't keep you here too long. Just wanted to build it up a little bit more with you so we could see how it's going to turn out. I'll have it coming up a bit more up into there as well, where that white is. So you sort of just move around, putting the knots in here and there, and just filling in the gaps with each shade of colour. go on with some of these lighter. Oh, it's hard to get through there. I'm liking how it's moving along. So you get the idea, it's starting to sort of take shape now. Definitely need a few shades of whatever colour you would decide to do. And that way it gives you that sort of light and dark look. So this will take me a while to do this, so I won't do it all now. I'll probably end the video in a sec. But yeah, little progress has been made. Because I need to build it up over here. I want to come up over here, I think, and then down into there. But you get the idea, so let's just have a look. And I'll put some close-up photographs at the end. And I'll photograph my other piece as well. Okay, yes, it's starting to take shape, my garden. I need something shooting up over here, I think. I might put some little sort of brighter pink. I don't know. I might do a bit more of these there. Oh, they need their centres. They're just, I showed you that, the double French knot. This is going to come down here and have a bit of greenery. I'm thinking of putting a little tree shooting out from behind there. I could even have it the trunk coming down here and then do flowers in front of it. Pretty English sort of cottage garden. That's what I want to do. And I'm thinking I am going to put some sort of laundry label. I might put it on the roof as well. And I'm going to quilt the background so that way I didn't break the rules. And I need to put a doorknob. And I don't know if I'm going to do anything on the house. Could do a little, I don't know. Yeah, I've only got next week, so we'll have to get cracking, won't I? So there you go. So I hope everyone is well, and thank you so much for watching. And I'm going to continue on with my little garden there. And I will see you again next week for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.